Hey guys, this is Udit. So today we'll be setting up Docker into our, for our API. What can we do is we can go search for Docker, how to install Docker I'm telling. So I'm using a window machine. So when we go to, Docker, so install Docker desktop. When you install, so this is for Windows, this is for Windows. So based on your operating system, they will provide the command or the file. For the Mac they have, Windows, Linux also they have. So once you have installed a Docker, you will see something like this. So Docker desktop looks like this, and this contains all the images and all those things which are there present in our local repository. We can publish our images also after signing into the Docker desktop. So how to dockerize our this thing? For dockerizing our this thing, there is a compose file. This is for if we have multiple Docker files of multiple different applications, we can orchestrate them using Docker compose. For this particular application, we have to write a Docker file. So we have to create a file. We have to right click onto API and new file and name it Docker file, and it should be in parallel with source src. So after creating a Docker file, what we have to do, we have to pull the node image from node alpine. So this is the node recent node image. How to search that image? We can go to the Docker, Docker desktop. Where was it? Yeah, and here we can search for node. So after, I'm sorry, here actually. So yeah, so here we can search for Node.js images, and we will be able to find that is Grafana. So no, we can search. I took it from here only. So these are the different node images, but Alpine one is the best one. So we use basically Alpine one, and so maybe I should write Alpine here. So after somehow I'm not able to find it, let me search only Alpine image, then maybe I'll be able to see them. It could be a yeah, see, this is the Alpine this thing. We can actually pull it from here. We can write a command to pull it. We can write it into our Docker file. So this is the Alpine image. The code to pull it is like this. This is how we can pull it, but we are writing here our Docker file from Alpine 20. So it will pull this particular image. This is, yeah, it was updated 8 years ago. View on the hub. So I have already opened it. So this is the Alpine image, and no update. Use the official node image. So I think this is lighter. Official node image is actually little 24 MB. Actually little on the heavier side. So that's why we use it Alpine images. And so for the work there we are using app. So work directory is basically in the desktop. It is in the Docker. It will be creating a directory called app, and in that particular directory, what we will be doing, we will be copying the package.json into it, and after that we will be running npm ci only production. So this command we will be running npm ci to install the npm, and to run for the production mode. We can run it for the development mode also and other mode also. So based on it, when we will do GitHub, this command will make all sense. Then we will copy all our code from our this particular source directory to this thing, to our Docker image, and then when we will rebuild the image, then so this particular command, this particular file will build an image, Docker image, and that particular, when we will run that particular image, it will execute this particular command, which is cmd run npm run start dev, which is for running this particular application. So build, so there's two steps for Docker. One is building the Docker image and second one is running the Docker image. So building the Docker image is till up till here, and running is up this particular line. So when we go and when we see, so the command for building our Docker image is, this is our command for building the Docker image, which comprises of docker build -t, and this is the name of this particular app, the Express API latest dev, and period means in this particular folder. So if we don't give period, it will give an error that which particular folder we want to run it. So that is the reason we give period. So after running this command, it will build an image, and how an image looks like, when we go to the Docker desktop, an image looks like this. And after running creating that particular image, what we can do is that we can run this particular image, and for running this particular image we can do docker run -p, and this is the port where we want to run the Docker image, and this is the name of the image which we want to run, my app Express API, which we gave in the build time. So this will basically run our Docker image, and after running the Docker image, it will be running into a container. This is the name of the container. When we run this container, we can see it is running. So how we can see our container running? I have run this here as well, and after running this particular image, it is build a container, and it is running perfectly fine here. So guys, this is the command. Let me go through the command again. And after building, how it, when we run the build file, when we run docker build, it will be something like this actually. Let me go up. Yeah, so it looks like something look like this, and here we will see all these commands being executed. So that is great actually. So which one will fail, that one also you will get to know. So this is how it is exporting here, and this is error response. So here I got an error when I had an issue with this thing, work directory. It wasn't able to find my package.json file. So it gave an error, said it wasn't able to find the environment of development file when it was executing the code. So here we can debug actually for every line of code, and this is how it runs it. So guys, hopefully it will be great help for you guys. Thanks a lot, and please like, share, subscribe this video, and please stay connected for further Docker videos.